Good evening. Let's give our students a hand. To start off the night, I have a surprise recognition. So we have in our high school our very own Ocean County Guidance Counselor of the Year, Shannon Finlow. Come on up. She didn't know I was doing that, so I wanted to surprise her. I have a second surprise. Our Vice Principal, Mrs. Raimondo, received a promotion. She is going to be the Director of Curriculum in January. And so this is her last senior scholarship night as VP. So I'm going to have her come up and do the welcome. Let's give her a hand, please.
Mr. Adams is always keeping me on my toes up here. Good evening and welcome to an exciting night at Manchester Township High School. I would like to thank Mrs. Pedroza, Mr. George, building and district administrators, our Board of Education members, teachers, staff, family, and friends for being here to celebrate our students and their achievements. All of you have played a key role in their lives and their success, and it is amazing that you can be here with them tonight. In addition, I must give a huge thank you to the guidance department for setting up this amazing night. Mrs. Finlow, Mrs. Gannon, Mrs. Simonelli, Mrs. Kelly, Mrs. Red, and Mrs. McConkey. The Senior Scholarship Night is special because it showcases not only our student achievements, but also highlights the immense generosity of our community and local partners. In my opinion, no other event really highlights everything that is special about Manchester, like tonight. Our students are being honored not only for their academic prowess, but also for their commitment to service and character. The scholarships tonight not only show how supported our students are by our generous community partners, but many of our scholarships honor former Hawks students and staff who have left an indelible mark on the Hawks Nest. The seniors on stage have created a legacy at MTHS, and we cannot wait to see their amazing futures unfold. Thank you.
Great job. Thank you, Mrs. Raimondo. Are we ready to celebrate our students? Okay, the first award of the night is the Ocean County Superintendent Roundtable and Ocean County Mayor's Association Scholarship, presented by Superintendent Pedroza.
Gotta bring the mic down a little bit. Congratulations to all the recipients. Wonderful job, boys and girls. We're so proud of you. But it is my distinct honor to read the award for two students who are receiving the Superintendent Roundtable Award. This award recognizes two amazing students from Manchester Township High School. Congratulations to Shay Jarolowitz and Gabrielle Ashton. Throughout the county, all high schools were able to nominate two students for this award. But both Shay and Gabrielle are high-achieving students that strive for the best academically while staying committed to their extracurricular activities. Ladies, we are so proud of you, and congratulations. The next award is for the Mayor's Award, and I'd like to recognize and congratulate a wonderful student here at Manchester Township High School. The Ocean County Mayors Association is given to one graduating senior class member from each high school in Ocean County. This high school scholarship is awarded to a student with the highest academic record achieved over all 4 years of attendance in high school. I'm proud to present this award to Taylor Hengy.
Thank you. Next award is a Trethewey Family Scholarship by my former boss, Mr. Trethewey and Mrs. Trethewey. Come on up.
Steps get bigger every year, I don't know. First of all, it's an honor being here. This is one of the best nights of the school year. First want to say congratulations to the students on your success and your well-deserved recognition. And again, I also want to thank and congratulate the parents. Because of your support, these students have been able to achieve success. So congratulations to you as well. Our family has understood the importance of education. An education field has been very good to us. My wife, Anne Marie, has been a teacher for 37 years, preschool, nursery school, and kindergarten. So I think in that level you have to add another 10 years because you're teaching kindergarten. But 37 years. My sister Ginny and my sister Janice both had a career in teaching in kindergarten. And I was fortunate to have a career in education of 46 years, 14 as superintendent here. It ended my career. 46 years in education, and if you're figuring that out, I started when I was 12, so you have an idea where I'm at. But we also know that a quality education depends on excellent teachers and excellent administrators. And fortunate enough, you have both here in Manchester. But the challenge is to continue to develop outstanding new teachers. And for that reason, we can think of no better way to do this than to provide some help for an outstanding student here in Manchester who's going to be looking at a career in education. So on behalf of the entire Trethewey family, my wife included here, it's our pleasure to award a scholarship of $1,000 to Stephanie Earhart.
I forgot to give you the procedures when you receive an award. Make sure you step out so your parents can take a picture of you, shake hands, take the award, and then face your parents and do your little beautiful smile for them, okay? All right, the next award is the Crozier Memorial Scholarship and the Kenyon Memorial Scholarship, presented by Gail Mount, our board president.
I'd like to start by congratulating everyone here on all of your achievements. I wish you the best. The first award I get to present is the Crozier Memorial Scholarship, and that's being awarded to Mrs. Genesis Salguero. The second award is the Kenyon Memorial Scholarship, and that's being awarded to Miss Isabella Condello.
Thank you. Next award is the Troy D. Swift II Memorial Scholarship, presented by his mother, an outstanding principal, Mrs. Swift.
He called me the younger version of my mother, so I'll take that. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brianna Swift. I'm a 2012 Manchester High School alumni. I'm joined here by my stepsisters, Kayla and Myasia, and we are proud to be here to present the Troy D. Swift II Memorial Scholarship in memory of our brother. Troy completed his entire academic career in the Manchester Public School System, first as a student at Ridgeway Elementary, Manchester Middle School, and then graduating from Manchester Township High School in 2013. Unfortunately, Troy's life was forever changed when he was involved in a near-fatal car accident in 2019 that resulted in a traumatic brain injury and took his life 2 years later. My little brother was known for his infectious laugh and his ability to get along with everyone. He loved school, but mostly the social aspect of it, and he most certainly loved life. I am joined this evening by my mom and dad, who are also graduates of Manchester High School, class of 1986, as well as my bonus mom, all assisted with caring for my brother after his accident in some capacity. The Manchester community supported our family in ways too numerous to list here during the most difficult time of our lives. Our family would like to pay it forward by sowing into the lives of a Manchester Township High School student in his memory. Troy discovered his passion for music after completing high school and spent many hours in the studio creating tracks. In the recipient's essay, she noted that Troy's story inspired her to not take the time she has for granted and to pursue her passion for music and higher education in her career. We are proud to present this scholarship to a senior at the Performing Arts Academy who will be attending Rowan University in the fall of $500 to Megan Smith. Thank you.
The next award is the Helen Benjamin Memorial Scholarship by Mr. Benjamin.
Hello and congratulations to everybody. I am Larry Benjamin and this is my son, Dave. My wife, Helen, taught Spanish at Manchester for 5 years. She loved speaking and teaching the language a lot, but enjoyed interacting with her students even more. Our family and friends created this scholarship to recognize a graduating senior who shares her appreciation of foreign language and/or teaching. We thank the high school for administering the award in her memory and recognizing her in the Memorial Garden and hallway.
This is the 29th year that our family is making this award. Tonight, a grant of $1,000 is being awarded to a most deserving senior. She has been on the academic honor roll for all 4 years. She's helped the National Honor Society with its fundraising. She was a student teacher in Manchester's elementary schools. She will enter Temple University, where she plans to minor in Spanish and major in law and criminal justice.
The recipient of the Helen G. Benjamin Memorial Scholarship for 2024 is Aliyah O'Neill.
the Manchester Township Education Foundation Scholarship, Mr. Rick Campana.
First of all, congratulations to all of you on the stage tonight for a lot of hard work and dedication. We have scholarships that we foster to give out every year. I'm going to begin with the Lawrence Hess Memorial Scholarship to Samantha Villanueva, $10,000. Charles J. Hess III Memorial Scholarship to Shay Jarelowitz, $10,000. The Whiting Volunteer First Aid Squad, Elsie Leyendecker Memorial Scholarship to Casey Cribben, $10,000. We have a Whiting Volunteer First Aid Squad, Elsie Leyendecker Memorial Scholarship to Evan Palmer, $10,000. We have a Whiting Volunteer First Aid Squad, Elsie Leyendecker Memorial Scholarship, Addison Both, $1,000. Another Whiting Volunteer First Aid Squad, Elsie Leyendecker Memorial Scholarship to Alfred Sloan, $1,000. The Senior Citizens Club of Crestwood Village 4, Gianna Carino, $750. We have a Senior Citizens Club of Crestwood Village 4, Caitlin Lynch, $750. Vietnam veteran Captain Brian Motorak, Sharon Marino, $1,000. Vietnam veteran Sergeant Walter Motorak, Memorial Scholarship, Paige Derko, $1,500. The River Point Men's Club, Megan Smith, $500. River Point Men's Club, Keely Plumisakos, $500. River Point Men's Club, Gabrielle Ashton, $500. River Point Men's Club, Paige Derko, $500. River Point Women's Club, Gabrielle Ashton, $1,000. The River Point Women's Club, Alfred Sloan, $1,000. And the Dr. William E. DeFeo Scholarship, Caitlin Lynch, $1,000. And the last one, Deborah Wilson Memorial Scholarship to Joseph Kurak, $1,000. And I'd just like to congratulate all of you and wish you good luck in the future.
Thank you very much. Students, don't forget to come up and let your parents take a picture when you get your award. The next scholarship is the Garden State Trust Bank Scholarship for Mr. Adam Brown.
Hello everyone, my name is Adam Brower. I'm the president of Garden State Trust Company. I'm honored to be here again this year to present scholarships for past clients of ours. So the first scholarship I'm going to be presenting is the Thomas J. Kitzler and Mercedes Kitzler Memorial Scholarship Fund. So I'm just going to read a quick blurb about each of the clients. Thomas Kitzler served honorably in the Navy during World War II. Having had to leave high school to serve, he took the skills he learned in the Navy and enrolled in extension courses in engineering returning from duty. He became a power engineer, working for several chemical plants during his career. Mr. and Mrs. Kitzler moved to Manchester in the 1990s and enjoyed being a part of the community. They always believed strongly in education, how it can change the trajectory of one's life. Having not had children of their own, they wanted to help local students achieve their dream of a college education by including a scholarship foundation in their estate plan. Mr. Kitzler insisted that it assist as many recipients as possible with equal weight given the economic need, academic excellence, and participation in extracurricular activities. He was a warm, funny, and intelligent man who was generous not only with his time, but with his heart, and he was one of our favorite clients. This year, on behalf of the Thomas J. Kitzler and Mercedes Kitzler Memorial Scholarship, we're awarding $36,000 to the class of 2024. So bear with me, I have a lot of names to read here. Megan Smith, $250. Gavin Hurd, $250. Olivia Fielder, $250. Evan Palmer, $750. Sharon Marino, $750. Joseph Horowitz, $750. Stephanie Earhart, $750. Sky Collins, $750. Addison Both, $750. Maxwell Anderson, $750. Caitlin Lynch, $1,000. Juliana Kikowski, $1,000. Emmanuel Swain, $3,000. Austin Petrosky, $3,000. Isabella Condello, $3,000. Emily Emmert, $4,000. Robert Wingler, $5,000. Taylor Hingy, $5,000. And Matthew Goldman, $5,000. Okay, the next scholarship I'm going to be presenting is the Ruth B. Carey Memorial Scholarship. Ruth Carey was a longtime resident of Manchester Township, in addition to being a kind, compassionate member of the community. What's that? In addition to being a kind, compassionate member of the community, she was a person who had many interests, including politics, art, and spirituality. She was a gifted artist, loved nature, and donated to help protect animals. Her beloved father, Dan Carey, was the treasurer of Riverdale Country Private School in New York and was credited with saving the school during the Great Depression. Academics were a large part of Miss Carey's childhood and life, which is why she decided to create the Ruth B. Carey Memorial Scholarship for the students of Manchester High School. This year, on behalf of the Ruth Carey B. Memorial Scholarship, we are awarding $40,000 in scholarships to the class of 2024. All right, $500 to Megan Smith. $500 to Austin Matrosky. Joseph Kurak, $500. Kaylee Jordan, $500. Joseph Horowitz, $500. Olivia Fielder, $500. Isabella Condello, $500. Emmanuel Swain, $1,000. Evan Palmer, $1,000. Caitlin Lynch, $1,500. Gavin Hurd, $1,500. Addison Both, $1,500. Matthew Goldman, $2,000. Emily Emmert, $2,000. Stephanie Earhart, $2,000. Sky Colin, $2,500. Juliana Kukowski, $2,500. Maxwell Anderson, $5,000. Sharon Marino, $6,000. And Taylor Hingy, $8,000. Okay, and the last scholarship is the C. Edward and Helen Enroth Memorial Scholarship Fund. In the late 1990s, C. Edward Enroth retired from New York University. Mr. and Mrs. Enroth moved to Leisure Village West here in Manchester, where they lived and remained for the rest of their lives. Education was a very big part of the Enroths' lives. They understood its importance and worth, so therefore they decided to create this scholarship trust fund to benefit the graduates of Manchester High School. Since 2006, the Enroth Scholarship Fund has distributed close to $1.3 million to Manchester High School students. This scholarship trust was established to honor high-achieving students who balance academics and extracurricular activities, exemplifying the best of Manchester High School. All the recipients have demonstrated the characteristics for which the spirit of the scholarship was intended, and we wish you much success in the future endeavors. This year, we are pleased to distribute $70,000 in scholarships to the class of 2024. All right, crowd favorite here, Emmanuel Swain, $1,000. Ryan Perez, $1,000. Right here. Evan Palmer, $1,000. Austin Mitrowski, $1,000. Sharon Marino, $1,000. Caitlin Lynch, $1,000. Joseph Kurak, $1,000. Joseph Horowitz, $1,000. Gavin Herr, $1,000. Casey Cribben, $1,000. Isabella Candela, $1,000. Juliana Kukowski, $1,000. Matthew Goldman, $2,000. Olivia Fielder, $2,000. Sky Colin, $2,000. Addison Both, $2,000. Aaliyah Benilla, $2,000. Maxwell Anderson, $3,000. Robert Wingler, $4,500. Stephanie Earhart, $4,500. Emily Emmert, $5,000. Natalia Stevens, $12,000. Shay Jarulowitz, $12,000. And our last recipient, Taylor Hingy, $12,000. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations to everyone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. The next award, the next scholarship is my friend and former coach, Coach Rodney Copeland Memorial Scholarship. I see his family back there. Hi, family. And the Nicholas Ott Memorial Scholarship presented by Mr. George.
Good evening, everybody, and congratulations. I am here, I'm honored to be here and to give out 2 scholarships on 2 former Hawks, 2 proud Hawks who unfortunately were taken too soon from us. But I had the pleasure of getting to know in my time here at Manchester. And the first is the Coach Rodney Copeland Scholarship. And to know Rodney was to laugh with Rodney. You know, to know Rodney was to be inspired by Rodney. He was a proud Manchester graduate who was involved as deeply in this community as any person could ever hope to be. From every recreational sport to high school coaching, 3 seasons, while holding down a full-time job. The only thing he loved more was his family, Karen and RJ and Chandler and Carissa, and they were just an amazing team. So I got to coach with Rodney, but one of the things that Rodney really represented and what he really lived for was to make sure that our graduates knew how much worth they had and what was available to them and the opportunities that were in front of them. He would call any coach, he would do anything for anybody to help them in their pursuit of the next chapter of their lives. He was just an amazing person. And so I am proud to present these 2 scholarships tonight to 2 kids that I know Rodney would have loved to get to know, having had the opportunity to watch them in their 4 years at Manchester and what they've meant to our programs, and both on the playing field and in the classroom, because they're 2 outstanding kids. The first one is Shay Jarulowitz. And the second one is Josh Love. He would have loved working with those 2, as well as everybody else up here on the stage. That's who Rodney was, and we have just a tremendous group of kids up here. The second scholarship is the Corporal Nicholas Ott Memorial Scholarship. And I had the pleasure of coaching Nick in freshman football and varsity wrestling for 4 years. And Nick was one of those kids who had a contagious smile. And he was a kid who was gifted athletically. But for Nick, it was never about his individual accomplishments. It was about being a part of something that was bigger and enjoying the camaraderie and the goal setting and the team and the grind and all the things that went into whatever season he was involved in. And he was the kind of kid who would be put in a position, I remember as a varsity wrestling coach sometimes having to put him in a tough position in a match. And Nick was the kind of kid who was like, okay, coach, whatever you need, I'll do that. I can do that. If that helps the team by saving a point here or doing something there, then I'm going to do whatever I can. And he was the kind of kid who brought people together. You know, he was the kind of kid in the classroom who got along with everybody, who was friends with everybody. He was just a kind of a connector of a kid and just a super pleasure to be around. And he joined the military and made, unfortunately, the ultimate sacrifice. Was killed in action, and that was, that was a tough day when we learned of that. But Nick was the kind of kid who was so committed, and like I said, just one of those kids who lit up a room and who was just a connector. And I think these three kids are just great representatives of those kinds of kids in the building who bring people together and have just contributed so much. So it's a pleasure to present to three students tonight. The first, Robert Wingler. The second one, Matthias Payton. And lastly, Joe Horowitz. Thank you very much.
Next is the Crestwood Village Co-op 2, presented by Ms. Alice Waltz.
Congratulations to all of you. You deserve it all. As a former educator myself of 41 years, I would like to remind you that your education is something that no one can ever take away from you. You've worked hard and you've earned it. Mary and I represent the Board of Trustees of Crestwood Village 2 in Whiting. We would like to present 2 scholarships this evening. One to Emily Rupp and the other to Brian Swain.
The Eric L. Lawson Education and Community Fund by the Lawson family.
Hello and good evening. My name is Elena Lawson and I'm here to represent my father, Eric Lawson, who could not make it tonight, to present the Eric L. Lawson Education and Community Fund. This scholarship was created to memorialize our family's commitment to Manchester Township students. Our entire family attended Manchester Township schools, and we continue to live and work within this community. This community is home and means so much to us. It is here that we receive the educational launch we would need to become the successful entrepreneurs, businesswomen, engineer, and nurse that we became. While coming up in this community, my parents instilled many important values in my 2 older sisters and I. Besides our faith, one of the most important values that they taught us is you can be as successful as you want to be. Going to and graduating from college, securing a great job, making great money, but what really solidifies your success is your ability to reach back into the community that helped you become who you are and give back. So it brings me great honor to have been a part in creating this scholarship, as well as being here to present it tonight. To the recipient of this $1,000 scholarship, may this scholarship assist you in becoming all you were destined by God to be, as well as give you the resources to reach back and assist in the next student's success story. Congratulations to Haley Espinosa Romero.
Thank you. The Carrie Ann Carter Memorial Scholarship, presented by Ms. Erica Eno.
Good evening, everybody. And first off, congratulations, seniors. Very proud of you guys. You guys did awesome over your years. It is an honor as a past recipient of this award to be here tonight to represent the Carter family. On behalf of Carrie Ann, she was a strong, loving, caring student athlete here. She was a tennis softball player. But it wasn't what she did on the court. It was who she was off of the court. She was just that loving, friendly person, always helping out, always looking out for her teammates. She was never selfish, always doing the right thing. Her dream was to go to Boston College, and unfortunately, they went in for a doctor's checkup that they thought was just something simple like shin splints, to find out she had a rare, fast-acting bone cancer. And between her senior year and going off to college, she lost that battle. So in a time of pain and sorrow, their family created this scholarship to push on hope, love, and dreams. And the winner of that tonight is Gabrielle Ashton.
The Hawk Hockey Alumni Memorial Scholarship, presented by Ms. Nicolette Maloney.
Hello. My name is Nicolette Maloney, and I'm here tonight representing the Hawk Field Hockey alumni. I am the current head coach of the MTHS Field Hockey program and the 2015 recipient of this award. We greatly appreciate the opportunity to continue to give back to the senior class every year. So a brief history of the scholarship. In the spring of 2011, alumni from the 1996 and 1997 found some photos from their high school field hockey days and shared them on social media. They began reminiscing and decided they wanted to create a scholarship celebrating their teammate, Mary Ellen Hoopsher, their friend and teammate who was killed in a car accident just 2 years after graduation. What better way to give back and to celebrate Mary Ellen's life than to pay it forward and help another young Hawk hockey graduate pursue her educational dreams. This year's recipient had never played the sport prior to signing up for field hockey. She wrote in her essay how her relationship with the team was amazing, and her relationship with her coaches and their guidance and encouragement not only improved her skill, but shaped her into who she is today. You're welcome. She was able to build her confidence up and develop strong leadership skills while being a member of the field hockey team. Her 3 years of challenging herself and working towards that goal earned her the role as one of our captains this past season. All these valuable lessons she will utilize in the future as she pursues her degree in nursing at the Penn State. It gives me the greatest pleasure to award this year's Hawk Memorial Scholarship to Olivia Fiedler.
The Lakehurst Manchester Rotary, presented by Ms. Oliveri, Ms. Golick, and Mr. Golick.
Good evening. My name is Joe Golick, Manchester Township High School teacher, retired. I've stood on this stage more times than I can count, well, about 25 times doing this over the years, and it's a pleasure to be back, maybe one last time. Anyway, Jerry Oliveri was busy making arrangements this evening for a customer, I guess you'd call him. So I'm standing in for the Lakehurst Manchester Rotary Club. Our job as a Rotary Club is very unique, and we have perhaps the smallest club in Ocean County or maybe even New Jersey, but we have the most unique and perhaps the best relationship with our community of any other club that I know of. We work hand in hand, teaching our students and demonstrating, not just teaching, we demonstrate community service and what it means to give back. Okay, and I think there's nothing better that a student can leave high school with a feeling that I did something important while I was in here in high school. So, and every year the awards are a little bit different based on our fundraising and things like that, but we always try to make sure we do recognize some of our students that are doing a wonderful job. So now that I've spoke, I'm going to let Nancy announce our winners.
Okay, so we have 4 $500 scholarships. The first one will go to Sharon Marino. The second one is Maite Perez. Our third one is Stephanie Earhart. And the last one is Matthew Rose. Thank you.
The Manchester Township Municipal Alliance, presented by Ms. Tracy Rassiopi and Ms. Barbara Spreckman.
Good evening, I'm Barbara Spreckman. I'm the Alliance Coordinator for Manchester. The Manchester Municipal Alliance is a township committee operating through the Governor's Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse. The Alliance supports many activities in the schools, such as Challenge Day, the Youth Prevention Committee, and the Law Enforcement Against Drugs program. The Municipal Alliance is pleased to award the following scholarships. I'll let Tracy Rassiopi start with the first.
Hi, my name is Tracy Rassiopi, and I'm going to be presenting the Carrie Ann Carter Memorial Scholarship. Carrie Ann Carter was an outstanding student athlete at Manchester Township High School and a popular figure in the Manchester community. Carrie Ann was taken from us at such a young age. In her name, the Carter family contributes generously to Manchester Township in many ways, particularly through the schools and the community sports program. Emmanuel Swain has been a dedicated athlete at Manchester High School for 4 years, competing in track and field as well as football. Emmanuel has overcome adversity to mold himself into one of the premier athletes in the Shore Conference. Emmanuel has received the honor of playing in the 47th All-Shore Gridiron Classic in July. The Carters and Municipal Alliance are pleased to award the Carrie Ann Carter Memorial Scholarship to Emmanuel Swain.
Okay, what do we have here now? Okay, the next award is the Thomas McCallum Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is given in memory of Chief Thomas McCallum. Chief McCallum will always be remembered as the heart and soul of Manchester that puts the people of the town first and foremost. He'll always be remembered for his compassion, respect for others, and for his thoughtfulness. Manchester to him was an extension of his family, and the safety of his family and town was the most important thing to Chief McCollum. The student that best exemplifies Chief McCollum's morals and values is Aaliyah Bonilla. Aaliyah has been an exemplary role model throughout her high school career, demonstrating the utmost respect and thoughtfulness and giving back to the community. She is smart, accomplished, and motivated to succeed. The McCollums and the Municipal Alliance are pleased to award the Thomas McCollum Memorial Scholarship to Aaliyah Bonilla. And finally, the third award is the Keith McGuire Memorial Scholarship. The McGuire family contributes to the township through the PBA, Municipal Alliance, and many other community activities. This scholarship is awarded to a student that exemplifies this commitment to community service in the name of their son, Keith McGuire. The McGuires and the Municipal Alliance are pleased to award the Municipal Alliance Keith McGuire Memorial Scholarship to Nicholas Leon. Thank you.
The Italian American Club of Leisure Knoll School Spirit Award, presented by President Mike Petrillo.
Whenever someone does a kind deed or consistently shows school spirit, more than likely they are doing it from their heart. It's just something that seems natural. The last thing they usually expect is a reward for their positive behavior. This is why Spirit Awards are so gratifying yet unpredictable. It's always nice to see people who have set a standard for excellence. They are the ones who give us something to aim for. They often go the extra mile when others have given up. While School Spirit Awards recognize such individuals, they also provide inspiration for the entire student body. Finally, Spirit Awards will also motivate students and staff for the upcoming year. The Italian American Club of Leisure Knoll is proud to give this year's award to Addison Both,
And also to Gavin Herr. Go Hawks!
Thank you. Next award is the Gold Star Patriots Award, presented by Amy Moore and the Gold Star Patriots Troop.
My name is Patrick Moore, and we're the Gold Star Patriots. We meet at the barn right on Route 70, right in Manchester. We're a veterans organization that helps veterans and their families. So it's important, we meet at the barn, it's important to give to the community. So each year, November 11th, Veterans Day, Shoreline Harley-Davidson allows us to host a memorial ride, which helps to raise monies to give to veterans and their families. And so we're glad to be here. And Matt, would you please give the award?
This year's recipient is Taylor Hengy in the amount of $2,500.
the Naval Civilians Managers Association Scholarship given by Miss Lori Severi.
Okay, I knew I should have worn higher heels. All right. Good evening and congratulations to all the graduates tonight. My name is Laura Silveri. I'm the treasurer of the Naval Civilian Managers Association. Each year, NCMA gives a scholarship to deserving students who excel in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, better known as STEM. We're based at the Naval Air Warfare Center in Lakehurst, New Jersey, and our ulterior motive is to get future employees. So this year's recipient of a $2,500 scholarship is Andrew Jane.
The Manchester Township PTA, presented by Ms. Kelly Dunkley.
Good evening. My name is Kelly Dunkley, and I am the Manchester Township PTA High School Vice President. The PTA awards two types of scholarships. The first, entitled Believe and Achieve, is given to a student who opted to attend community college, junior college, or pursue a professional skill through a trade school. The second type of scholarship, entitled Excellence by Example, is given to a student who will be attending a four-year college in pursuit of their bachelor degree. Tonight, I am honored to award two $1,000 Believe and Achieve scholarships and three $1,000 Excellence by Example scholarships to 5 deserving students. The Believe and Achieve recipients are Kayla Hodak, Mai Tai Perez, the Excellence by Example recipients are Juliana Kakowski, Taylor Hengy, and Robert Wingler. Congratulations to all of tonight's recipients, and thank you.
Macedonia Baptist Church, Lizzie H. Dunn Memorial Unity Club, presented by Ms. Gloria Atkinson and Ralph and Joan Delaney.
Good evening. The first awards that we're going to be presenting represent a educator in the Lakewood school system and a member of the Macedonia Baptist Church. This is over 40 years that we've been given this award, and we've been here several times to honor Manchester students as well. And that is the Lizzie Dunn Memorial Scholarship. We range from $500 to $1,000 awards. We have 4 recipients this evening. I'd like to announce Patience Jenkins, Samantha Villanueva, Shania Sears. And Sharon Marino. And Ralph DeLemme and I are going to be presenting awards from the Renaissance Unity Club based here in Manchester. We are both educators and as well as members of a club and the Renaissance senior community here in Manchester. This is our third time presenting awards, and we've increased our amount. We're happy that we're able to do that. And as educators, we know that it's very important. Every penny counts for these young people. So as they receive their monetary awards, they will be highly needed as they go into college. And as well as that, I'd like to present Mr. Adams. We have a check of appreciation from the gospel choir here. They presented a presentation for us during the Black History Month, and we just want to give them a small monetary token of appreciation. And our recipients tonight are Jan Trace, and Shania Sears. And thank you to the Manchester Guidance Department for helping us pick out the recipients for this award. Thank you.
Fine Arts Scholarship, presented by Ms. Rachel Kelly.
Good evening, everyone. Congrats, everybody. I'm presenting on behalf of Ms. O'Connell. The Fine Arts Scholarship goes to a student who will be pursuing a degree in education at an art institution. Unfortunately, she is sick tonight, and it would have been, this award was going to Isabella Zaragoza. And I'm also going to present the OCC Tech Prep Robotics Scholarship. I have 4 recipients. First up is Michael Mango. Stephanie Earhart. David Estrada. And Emily Emmer.
Manchester Township Booster Club, Ms. Chrissy Weiner.
All right, first off, I would just like to congratulate all of you here tonight and wish you continued success in your next journey. The Manchester Township High School Booster Club is an organization that supports our student athletes and teams. A few of the things we do are our senior scholarships. We help to purchase apparel or rings or for team championships, and our senior athlete dinner. This year, we're also thrilled to be able to have purchased 2 new scoreboards for fields that do not currently have any scoreboards, and hopefully there'll be more to come. Personally, I'm excited to announce the winners, as I have watched many of them on the fields excel and also in the classroom excel. So thank you to everyone who submitted applications. And here we go. Maxwell Anderson, $100. Juliana Kukowski, $100. Evan Palmer, $100. Joey Kurak, $100. Caitlin Lynch, $100. Matthias Payton, $500. Austin Matrowski, $1,000. And Addison Boff, $1,500. Thank you again. Have a good night.
The Manchester Township Education Association, presented by Mr. Ed Hudak.
Good evening, everyone. Parents, family, friends, thanks for supporting these kids, being their first teachers. I get the honor tonight of representing over 600 teachers, counselors, child study team members, librarians, nurses, therapists, athletic trainers, secretaries, paraprofessionals, custodians, groundskeepers, mechanics, bus aides, and bus drivers. Basically, once you kick them out the door, those kids, the rest of the people that get them through their day. So, on behalf of the 600 plus members, I have the honor of representing and presenting tonight. To that end, each year the MTA raises funds through vending machine sales, various fundraisers throughout the year, and voluntary paycheck donations. This year we're giving away almost $7,000 to our graduates. We have 14 recipients. In alphabetical order, first up, Gabrielle Ashton. Next, Michaela Bay Brown. Next, Aaliyah Bonilla. Addison Both. Sky Cologne. Taylor Hingy. Patience Jenkins. Joseph Kurak. Caitlin Lynch. Sharon Marino. Austin Matrowski. Cadence Noding. Evan Palmer. And last, Robert Wingler. So congratulations to the class of 2024 on your accomplishment. The MTA wishes you success and happiness as you go forward to chase your dreams. Good luck.
The Manchester Township Support Staff Scholarship, presented by Mr. Justin Jacobs.
Good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I'd just like to say congratulations to you Hawks. Y'all can do better than that. Can we get a round of applause for these fine young men and women? Sorry about that. I get in front of a microphone, the DJ kind of comes out of me. So, yeah. Good evening, everyone. My name is Justin Jacobs. I am a proud member of the Transportation Department here in Manchester. This is my first time presenting an award, so bear with me. I joined the Manchester family in 2019, but the scholarship has been a tradition long before I came here. I want to thank Marisa Curran, who has taken this on for the past 3 years, and Al Musso, who has handled it before her. We've used various ways to raise funds for the scholarship, like selling baked goods, ice cream, and a vending machine that we have in our driver's lounge. This year, we've set things up with a 50-50 every month. With that, we were able to raise $700 for the scholarship this year. It's my honor to present Naomi Burke with the Transportation and Support Staff Scholarship for 2023-2024. Thank you very much.
Next is the Tara Gardner Memorial Scholarship, presented by Ms. Heather Staples.
Good evening. It is my honor and privilege not only to be in front of so many amazing students, but also to represent my colleagues, our faculty, and our staff here at Manchester Township High School in awarding the Tara Gardner Memorial Scholarship. Tara Gardner was an English teacher and a great colleague who we unfortunately lost much too soon. As I hear all of the amazing stories of so many of you, be it on track, on the stage, in the classroom, and in life, I am very often reminded how much our colleague Tara Gardner would embrace you as Hawks, take humor in your light, and just truly be privileged to be a part of all of it. On that note, I definitely would be remiss if I did not mention gratitude and thanks to those Hawks, some of whom are on the stage, who are working so hard on the Memorial Garden and ribbon cutting ceremony for next week, as of course Tara Gardner will be recognized. Her photo is in our hall, her tree flourishes in our garden. So it gives me great pleasure to award this year's Tara Gardner Memorial Scholarship to Miss Isabella Condella. Thank you.
Next scholarship, my former teacher, Claire Weimer Memorial Scholarship Award, presented by Ms. Lisa Vecchione.
Hey Hawks, you guys look great tonight. Congratulations to all of the Hawks on the stage and to all of the parents. Hopefully kids, you're realizing that your 4 years of hard work has paid off. And I know this might be a long evening, but please know, and if you look at this program, you're gonna see the word memorial attached to many of the scholarships. Obviously that means a person has passed, but more importantly what it means is somebody cares enough to put money aside to give to you kids. And all it means is that somebody wants to see you do better in your life. And by being here tonight, you are showing that you have already set yourself apart from your classmates. That means something. Don't focus on the negative about how long this evening may be. Focus on your accomplishments and where you're going to go from here. It's very easy to give in to the negativity of life. It's more important to embrace the positive and to know that you're a part of it. With that being said, serving as a dedicated teacher, supervisor, and administrator to the Manchester Township School District for over 25 years, Mrs. Claire Weimer was a true ambassador and champion of education and student success. Being a lifelong learner and college professor, Claire Weimer exemplified respect, integrity, compassion, and a love for learning that far exceeded the classroom. She was a life force that made all those around her feel loved and supported, a quality all educators should strive for and possess. The recipient of this scholarship should reflect Claire Weimer's drive for academic excellence, selflessness, and integrity. It gives me great pride to present this award, not just to the recipient, but this award also goes to the character of her parents. I believe Claire Weimer actually had this student's father in class, as well as many of her aunts and uncles. And Claire Weimer would be absolutely proud of the parents that John and Renee are and the way that they raise their children. Their children might not agree. Being forced to go to church every Sunday, being forced to live in a household where they're made to respect their parents, their grandparents, their aunts, their uncles, and anyone that steps through the doorway of that home. I commend all of you as parents for raising your kids in today's day and age. And perhaps I have a special place in my heart for my friend who I have known since 12 years old and for the way that she raises her kids. I commend all of you for doing a good job. But I would like to say congratulations to Casey Cribben. You are the winner of the 3rd annual Claire Weimer Memorial Scholarship. Your commitment to your future pursuits is commendable, Casey, and appreciated, and your work as a Hawk will always be remembered. May you take full advantage of the education you will be offered and continue to make informed decisions. Be a leader and pursue your career with passion, just as Mrs. Weimer did. She served as a dedicated employee of the Manchester School District for over 25 years. And during that time, she filled many roles: teacher, advisor, mentor, colleague, administrator, supervisor, resident, and parent. All 3 of her kids are Hawk graduates. She greatly enjoyed working with students to help them reach their full potential. And on behalf of Mrs. Weimer, her dedication to education, please accept this donation towards your future and know that your commitment to education, academic excellence, and moral character are acknowledged and greatly appreciated. Best of luck, Casey.
Miss Dana Simonelli will give the next few scholarships. I'll have her come up and she'll name them as she reads the students' names.
Thank you, Ms. Fetch, for all those words. That was very wonderful. So I have 3 scholarships that I'll be giving out this evening. The first one is through the Manchester Township Police Department, and it's the Not Even One Scholarship, and that gets awarded to Samantha Villanueva. The second one goes to Cadence Nody. The second scholarship is part of the Chamber of Commerce Foundation, the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce. And this goes to Matt Goldman. It's the McGeehan Realty Group Scholarship. And the last two is on behalf of the Manchester Township Soccer Association. First is Max Anderson. And the second is Taylor Henty. Thank you.
The next presenter is Miss Rachel Kelly, and she will read the names of the scholarship as she calls the students' names. Thank you.
A little deja vu right now. Okay, so I have the next little group of scholarships. The first one is the American Red Cross Blood Drive Scholarship. This award goes to a student who's been on the blood drive committee, helps organize, and is there the day of the blood drive, helps our students. It goes and picks students out of the hallway to donate their blood. And this student was very, very, very helpful. She was there every meeting, every blood drive, tried to donate a couple times, wasn't able to, but then this last try, February, she was able to donate. She will be pursuing her education at Rowan University, and this is Angel Odoro. And that was for $1,000, sorry, I forgot that. All right, our next scholarship award is the DAR Good Citizens Award, and this award goes to a student who has outstanding character, passion for social responsibility, and a potential to create a meaningful difference in society. This student's impact on society is profound, and the organization was excited to witness the positive influence he had on others. The recipient of this award is Mr. Gavin Herr. Good job. All right, the next scholarship is the Manchester Township High School Dual Enrollment Scholarship. This scholarship went to a student who's currently enrolled in a dual enrollment course. The scholarship actually covers the cost of a dual enrollment class, and they had to write a little essay. So the first recipient is Aaliyah Banea. Second recipient is Isabella Canzello. And the last one goes to Matthew Goldman. The next scholarship award is the USJCI Senate Foundation Reichman Family Scholarship, and I'm pleased to give this award to Miss Emily Ruff. I'm almost done, I promise. The last one I'm presenting is the Tigger Stavola Foundation Scholarship. They asked me to read this little letter to the recipient. On behalf of the Tigger Stavola Foundation, congratulations. We are delighted to inform you that you have been selected as the recipient. This scholarship is awarded to the student who best exhibits a commitment to leading a healthy lifestyle in reflection of the shared values of the Tigger Stavola Foundation. We received many applications for this award, however, your essay stood out among them all. The Tigger Stavola Foundation is dedicated to fighting addiction, spreading awareness, and saving lives through drug prevention and education. It is only through the help of students like you that together we can prevent substance abuse and truly live in a community rooted in compassion and empathy. We encourage you to continue to follow your heart and be an active member in our community. We hope the scholarship will assist you in pursuing your educational goals. Our doors are always open at our Red Bank office. Please stop in and visit us. Congratulations again. This goes to Gianna Carino. congratulations, everybody, again. Have a great night.
The next awards will be presented by Miss Tracy Raimondo. I made a mistake. Her new position will start July 1st. I want to make that correction.
I'm excited to be up here to present a series of awards. So the first award is from the Manchester Township Administrative Unit, which is made up from the administrators from the buildings across the district. This year, the award goes to Gabrielle Ashton. The next award is the Mary Ellen Hubischer Memorial, which is sponsored by the Seaside Park Service Center. This year's award goes to Shania Searles. Next are our two awards from Christ Lutheran Church. The first goes to Matthias Payton. And then Maite Lazo Perez. Okay, my last series of awards comes from St. John's Church, and they asked me to read on behalf of our pastor, Father Jim O'Neill, and the Director of Religious Education, Marianne Dempowski. It is an honor to present the St. John's Scholarship Award to these fine young adults who have assisted the teachers each week during class for the past 4 years or less. They have shown much dedication, commitment, and responsibility to the children of St. John's Religious Education Program. As they continue their journey, we will keep them in our prayers, and we wish them the best of luck and success for their future. So the first award is Miss Gabrielle Ashton, $1,000. Miss Aaliyah Bania, $1,000. Miss Stephanie Earhart, $1,000. Mr. Gary Lowe Jr., $1,000. Mr. Riley Westcott, $1,000. Mr. Zachary Perlman, $250. Thank you.
Next is the Caring Award and the Ocean County School Counselors Association Scholarship, presented by Ocean County Counselor of the Year, Ms. Shannon Finlay.
I'd like to present the Caring Award to Stephanie Earnhardt. To know Stephanie, she is always around school, helping others. You turn your back when no one's looking, she's helping others. So congratulations, Stephanie. The next two young men, I don't have the privilege of having or knowing too well, but their counselors both vouch for their character, and that is Jan Trax and Aiden Okrasinski.
This is the last scholarship of the night. You're not, again, congratulations to all the students, parents, congratulations to you, and grandparents for doing a great job with our awesome students. The last scholarship is the Manchester Township Principal Award, and these are a $2,000 scholarship. First one to Caitlin Lynch. And the second one is to Manny Swain. Students, Mrs. Finlow wanted me to remind you, you have to stop by the cafeteria to pick up the envelopes, so make sure you stop by the cafeteria. Congratulations. Congratulations. Parents, you want to take pictures, you can take pictures here or in the cafeteria. Have a great night. Thank you for coming.